Hello, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandy. I am the owner and creator of Boundless Treasures Boutique, and welcome if you're new to my channel. Today, we are going to be doing this super fun onesie using sublimation. I am super excited to show you guys this technique. And with that, I hope you all enjoy, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support means so much to me. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's jump right in. First thing we are going to start with is actually pulling our design into Cricut Design Space. The reason we're pulling it in here is, well, real talk is that it is something I am familiar with and I'm used to using for sizing, and I can just use the print and cut feature for that. So, with that being said, what I'll tell you is Cricut Design Space is my preference. If you have another preference for like Google Docs, things like that, you can absolutely utilize that. Now, I already had this image uploaded, but if you don't, you'll just click Browse and Upload Image, and then select your image and bring it into your design space and upload it onto your canvas. Once I had it uploaded onto my canvas, I sized it and I used the recommendations based on the width and length for sublimating a onesie for a newborn. And then from there, we're going to print and cut and we're going to mirror our image. I'm simply moving my image over to another side versus the other. That way it's on a different spot on my sublimation sheet paper. From there, I am going to click print and send to printer. I'm going to remove the add bleed and I'm going to use the system dialog. I'm then also going to make sure that I select the correct printer. And the system dialog for this is purely so that I can make sure that the setting for my paper is accurate. If you are sure that your default is set up correctly because you're not flipping in between sizes, you can forego the add system dialog space. And then from here, I must have gotten lost or distracted or started talking to somebody because I'm not doing anything. But once I have that, again, I'm going to pull my system dialog up front. You'll see that here shortly. And just double check that all of my settings are accurate. They all were, so I selected print. From there, it printed. I did cancel the cut. I didn't need it to pull out my Cricut and cut this. I just cut my image by hand, which made it a little bit easier. And I'm going through the steps again. Let me tell you, I must have been on the struggle bus this day. But because this was all pre-recorded, I honestly can't remember why I'm going through these steps again. It could have printed from the wrong printer, or maybe I didn't have any paper loaded. I don't know. But anyways, you get to see this step again, which may be helpful for many of you. Now, once you get off the struggle bus, if you're on it like me, you'll have your image cut and printed. I did not record the portion where I was measuring, but I ultimately picked about 3 inches down on the onesie, and then the center points were, if memory serves, I believe it was like 1.5 or 2.5 inches in order to get it put centered in the onesie. And then I taped it into place and brought it down to where my heat press was. I am super sorry. I am out of frame here. All I'm doing is adding my heat resistant tape. I'm adding that around all of the edges on the image. That way it doesn't have any ghosting. If you guys are unfamiliar with ghosting, it's just where the image doesn't transfer it, like shadows, or it starts to disappear, things of that nature, on wherever you're sublimating it on. But once I have this all taped up, I did put a piece of cardboard inside the onesie The reason that I did that is because if you do not have something in between the top layer and the bottom layer, this press is going to press that image all the way through the backside. And you definitely don't want that. That is a surefire way to ruin a project. Now, luckily, I got these onesies from Stainless Steel Depot under their sublimation blanks, because this was literally the only place I could find them. And they turned out magnificent. On the tag itself, it tells you the temperature and for how long you need to press the onesie for. So I simply turned on my press, I got it heated up, set the time to the recommended time on the tag, and I pressed it. And that was literally all that it took. Now, again, clearly I must have been super, super distracted when I was working on this, but while we're waiting for me to get my life together, you guys, if you have not joined my crafting group, I would love, love, love to have you guys in there. We just share best practices. You guys can share things that are you're selling, anything like that. It is absolutely free. It's just a safe space for all of us to come together, help each other, and share our ideas, ask for help, you name it. I would love to have you guys there. So I will have that linked in the description below if that is something that you are inclined to join. Anywho, moving right along, we're going to let this press until it is all the way done, which really didn't take too long. I think it was about 45 to 60 seconds if my memory serves me right. But once we have that done, we're going to remove our Teflon sheet, which just protects the garment underneath it. And then we will go ahead and we will remove our heat transfer tape. Now, when I'm sublimating clothing, I do this right away. But again, that is all personal preference. You don't have to. I am highly impatient and want to make sure that everything turned out the way that I wanted it to. So that's what you see me doing here. Once I got all of that done and removed, I went on and I pressed the second one because the order was for 2 onesies with the exact same thing. So it was a pretty quick process once I had everything ready to go. But once I got all the heat transfer off, I was able to pull off my sublimation and we had a finished product. And you guys, I am so obsessed with how this turned out. I was so happy with it. And it just worked so well. So this is a picture of the final product. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. If not, I'll see you next week. Bye now.